Syncing audio. 1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome back to another episode of FormCast 22. With a couple of weeks missed, I think it's been. Apologies for not being super consistent. Lots of life things happening. But hoping to get back to a little bit more routine, a little bit more structure, which means a little bit more episodes. And that being said, today I wanted to talk about something that I think every single content creator streamer has or will go through. The idea of giving up. Now, this comes to my mind because recently I saw a couple tweets where people were like, people just disappear and people just leave. And, you know, you meet people in the content creator space and all of a sudden they're just gone. No notice, no nothing. You might be like, oh yeah, I remember that name. And you reach out through DMs or something like that and you just don't get a response or whatever it is, right? And people just disappear and they do give up. People who said they wanted to make it big, people who said they wanted to make it a thing to go full time or to make it so that they're so consistent that they're a regular content creator. I think the fact is it's really easy to give up. And you put that into perspective in terms of everything in life: sports, work, passions, hobbies, education, health, fitness, whatever. It is always harder to continue. It is always harder to pass through the struggles, to blow through the obstacles. And it's always easier to give up. So when you really look at it, easy way out, too hard to continue. I honestly think it comes down to inability to be flexible and to adapt. Now, I'm recording this on the 26th of May. And less than 1 month away, I will have been streaming for exactly 3 years. June 24th is when I officially started. I went go live for the first time from my living room on my Xbox. And that obviously makes me think back as to where I've gone, where I've come from, and hopefully where I'll be going. The ups, the downs, and the sideways in between. So it gets me thinking, why have I not given up? I've had tremendous amount of reason to stop, to give up, to leave the space, to hide myself from the space, to disappear, just like many have done, without a trace. Delete socials, delete everything, and stay off the internet of the streamer space and just use it the way I was before. Go back to my old lifestyle of getting another job and working a 9 to 5 or working shift work, whatever it may be, and just living my life that way without being involved in the streamer space. I do ask myself what that even would feel like now, but I've had every single reason to give up. But here I am, continuing, pushing through, and some days I do ask myself why. But I'm quickly reminded that I love what I do. I believe in myself. I believe in learning from my mistakes. I believe in bettering myself every day that I can. At anything I can, even if it's one small thing per day. But some people just are not able to do that. I think the streamer space, because it is so fluid, like it changes all the time, one thing that might be working last week might not be working this week. And that is really hard to adapt to. It is very, very difficult to survive in a space where the future is unpredictable. Not only because of your results and you don't know how many subs you're going to get, and you don't know if you're going to get a partnership again or whatever it may be to survive financially and survive in terms of growth. But like, what terms are there for what is to be trending? What is to work on social media? What type of content is going to work? What type of content is your audience going to enjoy 2 months down the road? Everything changes so quickly nowadays that what was a fad 3 months ago is not even spoken about anymore. What was highlight news last week is not spoken about today. the inability to adapt and be flexible with that, I think personally, leads to so many people being like, I can't keep up. I cannot do this. Or they continue to do this, whatever this may be, whatever their stream or whatever their content creation might be, but without changing things around and trying to figure out what works now, they're doing something that worked 6 months ago, which doesn't work anymore. So you're feeding the wrong hole plate. I don't know what analogy to use, but you know what I mean? You're digging the wrong hole. There's no treasure at the bottom of your hole. It's, 10 yards to the left because you failed to change. You failed to adapt. You failed to be flexible in your content, flexible in schedule, in what you do. And this can come in so many different ways. And one clear example would be when I started streaming, I started to go live and I clicked play and we played Warzone. It was the thing to do. There was a lot of people. There was COVID. Now we chat, we do this, we do that. We play different types of games. You have to adapt to see what you enjoy, but what your audience enjoys and what works. If it doesn't work, you got to fix it. And again, what works this month might not work next month. So it's really without saying that it's hard, but I think the simple inability to be flexible and to adapt to change leads to people just quitting. How do you not quit? How do you sit there and say, I'm going to push forward? Well, that's all in your brain. You could have a really good stream. You could be like, you know what? This sucks, man. I've had really bad streams, no growth anywhere. Then all of a sudden, one stream, you could be like, I got 100 gifted subs and, new people came in. I got a few more raids and all of a sudden you're lifted again, but that could never happen again. It could be a little bit of luck. It could be a lot of luck. It could have been someone shouting you out or something like that, but it could never happen again. So how do you prevent yourself from wanting to quit when the lows happen? Because I will guarantee you that you will have so many lows as a content creator that you will want to run away from the highs. Now think about that. You don't consciously know you're running away from all the highs and the success and the best results that you could ever possibly imagine, but you are because of the lows. Just like anything, you go to the gym, you don't see results, you quit, you'll never see results. You go to the gym, you don't see results, you don't receive results, you see some results, you continue, you change your exercise, you change your routine, you change your diet, you change your nutrition, whatever you want, you see those results and they continue and they continue and they continue. And a year down the road, you're like, I never thought I would be here. It's the exact same thing when it comes to content creation. Try different things, maneuver yourself, change your schedule, change your space, change your camera angles, change anything possible to see what works best for you. And this could be something in your personal life that helps you in your business life. And I say business in terms of streaming and content creation, but going to the gym and sleeping better and eating better and drinking more water and not consuming 7 cups of coffee to stay up till 3 a.m. streaming and streaming when it works best for you. All these things, those offline things can always help you in the online world. Needless to say, I've wanted to quit so many times, and I'm nearly 3 years in, and I wanted to quit last month. Not because I don't love it, not because I hate it, not because it's too hard, but because I needed to remind myself mentally that if you put your mind to it, if you change your mindset, if you change the way you see things, you change your perspective on the negatives, on the downs, and you look at the positives and the ups, and you change your mindset. Now, this comes within 100%, has nothing to do with streaming or content creation, just simply in yourself. Change that. And then all of a sudden, you don't want to give up. You realize why you should keep going. And that, my friends, is insanely powerful. Never give up. Always try. You have not failed if you've had setbacks, if you've had struggles, if you've made mistakes. Remember, you only fail when you stop trying. We'll We'll catch you next time, next episode. Thanks for listening.